What's up, everybody? So, everybody wants to get the whole story behind how stupid Quality Brony posts and the other people actually really are for, like, going into all this. Because the truth is, this is 2-year-old drama that keeps getting rehashed. So, ultimately, what started out was I got denied for a scribbler role, and I worded like my disappointment poorly. Like, she ultimately ended up snapping on me for the wording, and I tried to apologize. I tried to deal with things and fix it, and ultimately she just continued to go off and try to scold me. So what happened in the end there, I finally just said fuck it, and I wasn't going to sit there and let her fucking talk to me like that. So that's why I fucking snapped on her, because I tried to apologize for a misunderstanding, and yet she continued to promote the harassment of the time. Because, I mean, regardless of whether she wants to consider herself involved or not, she was. So her willingness to snap on me for a misunderstanding that I actually apologized for goes to show she really doesn't care, and there's an ego behind it or some other driving motivation for it, and she just thought what she thought, and she was going to continue and basically try to publicly go at me for a witch hunt, as well as many of the other people who are under her following. Plain and simple. That's what happened, period. Because I wasn't going to sit there and deal with somebody basically scolding me for no reason. It was a misunderstanding. I apologized. Get over it. So that's what happened there. Now, people like Quality Brony posts now have constantly gone at me because I came up with a poor upbringing. I constantly cannot fucking trust any other human being because I have trust issues, period. Constantly dealt with people stealing from me, people trying to be violent with me, people constantly trying to fight and deal with other things. Like, all through schooling, I had to fight constantly. People would get ignorant with me, people would try to be violent for no reason, and it's kind of stupid. I ended up going through school, getting in constant fights, dealing with toxic people. A lot of groups decided they wanted to, like, get violent because in the name of, like, homosexuality and shit like that, because they were gonna go harass me over that, and they thought it was a wise idea to try to fight me over, like, sexuality, and so that's where that went. I went to 2 trade schools where I was constantly fucking robbed and harassed the whole fucking time. I lived in a dorm. It was extremely ghetto. It was a poor fucking housing thing, so people of all races and groups were in there. So there were a lot of people who were constantly fucking ghetto, and they were straight criminal type people, and there were also a lot of good people. A lot of good people that I actually, some of them I still keep in touch with today. They're good people. Even the fucking military types that were in there, who later went into the military, were fucking utter assholes. Because, yet again, those fucking military type people have some fucking egotistical bone in their head that they're always better than everybody else. Solely because they're military. Not the case. So, I don't really like the military types either. Fuck them. Like, the more recent people who have started going into the service are really fucking, like, have a super inflated ego that they're, like, somebody special because they decided to go into the service. I was going to go into the service, believe it or not, but I got disqualified due to suicide attempts because constant fucking living in poverty, and never having anything in my fucking name, and a pretty much ultimately shitty and uneventful fucking childhood. Life sucked up until I was about 23. There was literally fucking nothing going. I end up working myself and I go through the trade school. I constantly get fucking shit stolen from me to the point I have to actually carry everything worth anything in a backpack with me. Because even as fucking stupid as it sounds, there were people who would go around and steal everybody else's underwear out of like the fucking laundry. And I mean, yeah, there was literally a guy who went in there one day and he came out for a bit. He went back later to go check on the laundry, and they said they stole 16 pairs of undergarments from the fucking washer and dryer. So yeah, that goes to show you they're literally willing to fucking steal anything from you just to steal any fucking thing. It's not even about the value, it's just they want to steal. I ended up moving to the pre-military dorm, and they were constantly fucking it was a perfectly fine program. It's just when it came to the dorm life, the people decided they wanted to push their authoritarian little thing more solely because they were deemed the supervisor and in charge, and they were aware they could get away with everything. What was the dude's name? Chris Bauer, if I remember correctly. I want to say Chris Bauer. I know his last name was Bauer, though. And that dude ultimately was like a serious fucking dickhead, and I don't understand how somebody like him could ever make it in the fucking service, because he always thought he was better than everybody else in every aspect. He was kind of egotistical. He was kind of an asshole, and he was kind of pretty fucking nitpicky, to be honest with you. Even for military standards. Because my family was military, and they wouldn't deal with some of the shit that he fucking pulled. So, I ended up dealing with all that. It was complete fucking bullshit. I ended up leaving that dorm. And go back to the normal dorm. Don't get me wrong, I had a lot of friends fucking dealt with the dorm leaders and everything. They were constantly fucking ghetto shit. Fucking everybody was like kind of a little segregated into their own fucking race groups and shit like that, because they're all fucking dickheads and everything, and like they all want to get like a little race war going. So all the black kids sit there and go fucking try to intimidate anybody who's white solely because they can, or try to harass them because of course they're the larger group in the fucking dorms, because it was a poor program. Period. That's how it went. So those same people were sitting there. I'm trying to fucking watch TV or something, or do something in the morning. I don't know. I would even get up to do certain things, and they would just outright fucking come and completely disregard the rules and standards of the dormitories and everything, and try to use violence and force to get whatever the fuck they want. So or certain time slots you could reserve, more or less. Certain things you could do, hey, first come, first serve kind of deal. But no, because they were a nice little fucking black gang, they decided they wanted to come be violent with me. And if I didn't like what they had to say, they were going to fight. That's pure fucking racism. That was just using your fucking little gang mentality there to fucking push and, like, be violent with other people to get what you want. That's fucking hoodlum behavior, period. And no matter what y'all fucking say, it's not fucking right. So I have a reason to hate people who fucking think their hoodlum mentality and criminal activity, being violent with others, is fucking wrong, because it fucking is, period. And that's some shit I would fight people over. But, yeah, constantly fighting with those people. I end up fucking, when I come back, the guy I was roomed with went to a different dorm because he wanted, like, to be roomed with this other guy, and it was a better dormitory, so he moved across the campus, basically. And I ended up getting stuck with, I don't know about y'all, but in Ethiopia, they stone people for being gay. They will stone people to death in the fucking street in Ethiopia if they find out you're gay, bisexual, or whatever the fuck. And that's how it works over there. And what they decided to do was they decided to put the gay guy in a fucking room with 2 Ethiopian fucking people. So of course there was constantly fucking conflict, and I have reason to be absolutely fucking hateful of them because they were fucking both homophobic and violent. So, yeah. Yet again, reason to be prejudiced against 2 motherfuckers. Well, especially when I did nothing wrong and they're hating me solely for a biased reason. But ultimately, coming down to it, I constantly had fights with the black and Hispanic communities in that fucking school. There were good people, there were bad people, there were even fucking bad white people. Everybody knows that each group has their own fucked up people. But it was mostly fucking poor people that were coming into the fucking school, pretty much. And I grew up around that same shit because my neighborhood would get fucking... Back home, my neighborhood usually gets SWAT raid at least once or twice a year, here and there. So you'll hear loud bangs going off in the fucking neighborhood, and you'll be like, oh yeah, the ATF or somebody's fucking in the next street over. Or somebody's fucking, like, getting raided, fucking flashbangs, shit like that. Up the street from me has been raided. Fucking streets over from me have been raided. My neighbor has been raided. And, like, my neighborhood's not great. It's ghetto. It's a lot of poor people, yet again. And what I did was I worked myself out of the ghetto because I fucking know what I'm trying to do with my life. Everybody acts like fucking I'm racist, despite the fact I've had constant fucking violent threats. Fucking been fighting my entire life. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't really have to be too intimidating. I'm 6'5", and I used to be doing fucking security, and I was going to go into law enforcement. I'm a pretty big fucking dude, so I don't really have any reason to fuck with anybody unless they have some little bullshit reason to fuck with me. Well, fighting, there's no reason for fighting. But for people who think it's funny to, like, be criminal, fucking act like animals in fucking public, and, like, just other completely unacceptable fucking behaviors for any normal human being, then I don't have time for them. They, like, seriously need to get what they fucking deserve, because they're fucking violent, they're aggressive, they're fucking criminal. And then they fucking have race motivation as well for half of their shit. Fuck white boy this, fuck the white boy that. Yeah, that's totally not racially fucking motivated behind half of your shit because y'all grew up in the fucking hood. And you'll have some sort of fucking hatred towards white people regardless. So, yeah. Why am I not going to have fucking natural, like, distrust of a certain group of people because they constantly enact violence or fucking hostilities against me? Valid prejudice. Because regardless, I don't fucking trust people. I don't give a fuck who you are. I really don't trust people anymore. And people continue to go and show it. Because people like fucking Aspen, Nova, Oreo. Not the one Oreo, but there's multiple Oreos. Susie, the fucking 2 Polish kids. They're fucking toxic people who constantly try to take anything out of context because they obviously have some sort of bullshit hate. Meanwhile, the 2 Polish kids claim I'm fucking racist. Meanwhile, the ones posting fucking solid N-word all day long and posting fucking Communist Party China fucking memes and shit, and it's like he's pro fucking China or some fucking shit. I don't fucking know. Either way, they're toxic fucking assholes, and it's stupid. Then on top of that, You gotta show individuals like fucking the people behind fucking HarmonyCon. Now, I was trying to attend the con because I've never been to a fucking con. Like, it's something I really wanted to fucking do. Like, similar to how I wanted to be fucking part of, like, the voice acting fandom and, like, with Obab Scribbler and everything. But no, she fucking ruined that. She literally basically traumatized me from ever wanting to fucking apply to any part or role ever fucking again. Because, well, ultimately it comes down to the fact that I got fucking scolded for fucking misuse of fucking words by somebody I really actually fucking looked up to in the fandom. And it really fucking traumatized me due to the fact that I really don't even have an interest in ever applying to another fucking, like, VA role on another person's fucking, like, work. Because, honestly, at the same time, the same shit's fucking could potentially happen. Or this, I'm fine with not getting the role, but I'm not fine with fucking being scolded for a misuse of words that I apologized for. And especially the fact that she continued to allow the witch hunt and didn't post a public apology, didn't fucking do anything. She can claim she wasn't involved, but at the same time, she's the one who sparked the issue because I apologized and she refused any sort of just to even look over it, more or less. So that's why it went the way it did. Because if she just would have accepted my apology, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't use the proper wording, and I kind of made it sound fucked up. But she continued to try to scold me and fucking treat me like shit for it, so I snapped on her. And honestly, in all fairness, that I tried to apologize and deal with the situation. That's kind of what she needed. Because I attempted to fix the situation, I attempted to apologize, and she was going to continue no matter what I did. So, no point. And still to this day, I'm dealing with this harassment 2 years fucking later due to her actions and poorly handling the situation, even though it was a situation I apologized for, and she still refuses to acknowledge any blame in the situation. So, her ego's too far up there, truthfully. Then some of the other individuals who, the recordings, because that automatically tells me that no matter what I was going to say regardless, the recordings automatically told me that they were trying to use anything they could against me, no matter what I said, for any reason, any way, shape, or form. So, between the Rebel video and even the just simply OBS recording told me that it was a goal to probably utilize anything they could against me. That's what that showed. So, intent or not, that's what actions speak louder than words, and that's what that shows. Because if they were realistically trying to fix anything, they wouldn't have been recording. And they wouldn't have been taking screenshots on top of that to try to play a victim card of any sort. So, regardless of their involvement in the situation, how big or small, that was still a passive-aggressive move. And, like I said, actions speak louder than words, and that's ultimately what that showed. Now, some of them have actually been talking and, like, more or less given me advice on, like, how they behave as far as the whole Twitter community, and yeah, they're not entirely bad people, but it still was part of the problem. It occurred. But I'm beyond that at this point. That's irrelevant. It was still a, like, contributing factor and helped escalate it to the point in which it is today, over 2 years later, and now being utilized by a different group. Then Quality Brony Post is one of those individuals who spends all day on Twitter and is constantly stalking my profile. He's an advocate for stalking, harassment, he tried to make fun of disability. What else did he do? Many of the people in there threatened me with a firearm, which was funny, because they claim I'm not about that life, but then at the same time, they're the same people pulling out guns willing to go shoot her, and wow, pathetic. And then on top of that, the con decided they wanted to stick their nose in drama, and because it was a simple, I'm not okay with the COVID regulations. If you're fucking susceptible to COVID, it's not really a wise idea, especially if you're concerned about getting ill, to go participate in a massive convention with multiple thousands of people. That's going to expose you to a higher risk of dealing with that. Not a wise idea. Period. Not a wise idea. So when it comes down to it, the people who they're claiming they're trying to protect are already super susceptible, and probably it's already not a wise decision for them to be there. Now, don't get me wrong, if they want to wear a mask or whatever during the convention, or do whatever precautions they want to take to set up their booth, or put up any sort of shielding, stuff like that, that's completely on them. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell them they can't attend the con, but I'm just saying it's kind of counterproductive that if they're claiming they're susceptible and they're really worried about it, maybe going to a convention with several thousand bronies is not necessarily a great idea. Because that's going to mass gatherings is raising your chance of likely getting sick from this, because if you're susceptible already and it's going to be more serious for you, it's not a great idea. Period. That's the fact, plain and simple. And the fact of the fucking definition of a vaccine was changed also makes it look even more suspicious. Both, yes, you can look it up, look in the dictionaries, pre-COVID, post-COVID dictionary definition changed, and CDC changed their guidelines on what a vaccine entails. So, yes, the true definition of a vaccine was indeed changed. But yeah, it's really fucked up that people think they can take my life experiences and invalidate my life experiences and reasons I am why I am, and try to claim it's in the name that I'm racist for some fucking unknown reason, due to the fact that I grew up in fucking poor poverty. Literally, we fucking hardly had any fucking money, and honestly, it was a fucking miserable existence. I had 2 suicide attempts, and life literally fucking sucked. That's all there is to it. And certain groups of fucking people decide to act like criminals or have unacceptable behavior, and my distrust of them is apparently racist. So I don't think I give a fuck. If somebody's gonna act fucking inappropriate towards me and be fucking rude, ignorant, violent, or fucking try to rob me, I'm of course gonna fucking dislike that person. Period. That's plain and fucking simple. And anyone who says otherwise is literally fucking uneducated. Period. Because naturally, if somebody came up and tried to fucking rob you, you're gonna fucking distrust them. If somebody's violent towards you, you're going to fucking distrust them. If somebody sits there and lies about you, you're gonna fucking distrust them. Period. That's plain and simple. There's no fucking racism to that. That's fucking human nature. If somebody does fucking something ignorant to you, you're not gonna like them. So, meanwhile, these are the same people who are promoting BLM, which is basically a domestic terror organization, because honestly, the fucking founders stole the money from the donations to buy mansions for themselves, and basically siphoned all the money. The BLM protesters are burning down not only just like white business, but they're also burning down black and other minority businesses. So it's not even about a cause to support blacks, even though BLM is a cause that's actually considered not to make blacks equal, but to make blacks more equal than white people. It's a racially motivated organization, and it's fueling a race war, and people are backing it, and they're literally backing domestic terrorism. So it's not fair to anyone else. Everybody else is equal to everyone else, not any specific race over any other race. And BLM is trying to make blacks more equal than others, which, no. So, on top of that fact, you end up dealing with fucking groups like the people behind fucking HarmonyCon who decided to get involved in the drama, ban me from the Discord despite not doing anything, and then on top of that, block me from their fucking news updates, all that shit. And then meanwhile, days later, they claim, oh yeah, we need to watch this guy. So I'm an issue, apparently. Meanwhile, their staff and co-chair are facing sexual harassment allegations. So exactly how the fuck does that work, you hypocritical motherfuckers behind HarmonyCon? So, like, it's real nice that y'all personally think fucking sexual harassment is fine. We're doing everything in our power and have handled the situation. Yeah, but y'all still fucking did it, and you're the same fucking hypocrites that were sitting there talking about me. Or fucking having distrust of me. So, literally, y'all are fucking hypocrites. And y'all owe me a fucking apology regardless. Literally the most hypocritical shit I've ever fucking seen. The same fucking community that's gonna talk shit about me is fucking doing, like, sexually fucking harassing people. That's not even funny. But honestly, and it goes to show, because I constantly deal with this, the same fucking issue rehashed over and over, because honestly, I don't give a fuck. I live my life, I make good money, I have fun in my fucking life, and I treat the good people well, and, like, I keep my friends close. I fucking hate these fake people who think they're real cute and just want to do whatever the fuck they want and think their actions don't have fucking consequences. Sitting there and being a fucking social justice warrior on Twitter just sparks more fucking drama. Like, all you're doing is just harassing people online, and if somebody did the exact same to these same people who are doing this, they would cry, kick, and scream and act like they're a fucking victim. Which some of them have, because anytime I said something back to them, they either blocked me or cried about it. So, yeah, that goes to show you exactly what type of crowd that is. They're already a fucking slanted agenda with no objectivity other than to blindly believe cropped screenshots from somebody who has too much time on their hands and no life. Or many of them were cropped, taken out of context, taken out of political discussions that were among consenting members when people who had mental disabilities and weren't able to discern what the discussion was or comprehend the discussion decided they wanted to social justice warrior the fucking conversations and pick and choose, because obviously that's what Aspen did and some of the other people behind that server, because he's still leaking information and fucking screenshots. So he's literally a fucking no-life, and he'll leak anybody's personal information if he has access to it. That's somebody who's literally fucking condoning doxing, which, again, is illegal. Because I can guarantee you, if that man had any of my real personal information, he probably would have leaked it already, because he's that fucking petty. Then the German bitch, Susie, she ends up being fucking really toxic. I even remember a time back when her boyfriend came into a fucking server because somebody said something inappropriate to her, and her boyfriend decides he wants to come in and fight the entire fucking server. So I almost lost it on the dude there, because, like, control your fucking anger and direct it at the person who deserves it. the people participating, not everybody else who had nothing to do with it and weren't even in the server at the time. The guy who did it was not even in the server anymore. He fucking had left, and he was involved to himself, and he knew exactly who did it, but he came and decided to be violent with everybody else. And people like that, you need to fucking snap on, because honestly, if he's gonna sit there and be fucking violent and aggressive towards you, you need to call him the fuck out. So her fucking boyfriend has like anger management issues and decides he wants to take his fucking violent like little tendencies out on everybody else. So that happened, and then she's passive aggressive to begin with. So honestly, I don't give a fuck what she has to say, because she's really fucking slanted and strange, and I never liked her to begin with. She was always fucking rude and toxic to me no matter what I did, so she always had some sort of fucking ignorant slant or something like toxic to say to me. So fuck her. Fuck her, and fuck her toxic boyfriend too. I hope she enjoys that fucking like hostile relationship she has with like somebody with anger issues. I really do. And the two Polish kids, the one dude's promoting the Chinese Communist Party and slinging racial slurs, and the other one's a little femboy. But yeah, ultimately, it's not even amusing. It's just a bunch of stupid shit. You know, basically, to recap it all, Scribbler overreacted, I apologized, and she just outright refused me to acknowledge me or even anything I said. So I deleted every single thing I said an apology to her, and that's what happened. And then it continued from there. The other people screen recorded everything and took additional screenshots to try to back the claim. And that escalated it even more, regardless, even though I'm still trying to resolve the situation, and they're trying to take things out of context, and I'm trying to like actually get along with these people and actually resolve the issues, and they continue to try to add fuel to the fire. Plain and simple. The additional screenshots that anyone took in those conversations added fuel to the fire, regardless of what your intent was. So that's the truth. Because they don't like me putting individual blame on them. It's what their actions caused. So, because I'm obviously one of those people, I'm not going to sit there and deal with the harassment. I'm not going to sit there and deal with it. I'm going to say something about it. Every single time, I'm going to say something about it. No matter what. Because I have every right to do so. If you're going to go out of your way to come harass me or be ignorant with me, I'm going to do the same back to you. An eye for an eye. Every time. I treat the good people. If they need to be treated, I try to be good to everyone. But when people go out of their way to cause misery to others and then try to play a victim card, yeah, it's pretty bad. Then all the other people, the other miscellaneous accounts, the other 30, 40 some accounts, they constantly have some sort of little fucking slant or agenda, or like pretty much uneducated, have some sort of radical view, or already hostile to begin with, or just blindly believe any situation that they like look at face value. And they have no objectivity or thought of their own other than to attack because they're social justice warriors. It's what they do. They don't care. And if the same was done to them, they literally would cry, kick, and scream, and fucking always try to call the police. That's what they do. Anything I do to them, they act like a victim. Anything they do to me, oh, it's perfectly fine. And that's literally how they act, because they're fucking pathetic. So it just goes to show you that people like Brony fucking Post and HarmonyCon obviously have nothing better to do in their life other than entertain drama on social media, because they probably have no productive life of their own. So they're on social media constantly promoting hate and other sort of shit, and I'm sitting here having to deal with it when I'm trying to live my fucking life. I really don't care about these fucking people's existence as long as y'all leave me the fuck alone. That's the truth. But they continue to stick their nose where it doesn't fucking belong. And then same people were also coming to me in private messages and are like harassing me, and I'm like, so what's the point of you fucking coming out of your way to be a fucking like hostile fucking stalking account, like more or less trying to harass people for no reason, and they just start posting fucking the same fucking bullshit and stupid fucking spam just to be toxic. They have no real motive or reasoning. They just do it just because they want to be toxic, and that's the truth of it. Because why are you going to go out of your way to go message somebody who already has you fucking blocked or has no interest in you, and you're going to go personally take them like initiative to go into their messages and go harass them? It's stupid. And it literally shows your motivation is to stalk or harass people. But, yeah. Then on top of that, fucking Brony Post and HarmonyCon fucking sexual assault allegations, basically sexual assault, sexual harassment allegations. Really fucking hypocritical. That was fucking perfect fucking timing for that, so I can call them out on their fucking shit. Like, you obviously ain't no fucking better. Like, literally, get a fucking life. Like, stop promoting your fucking drama and start promoting what the fuck the fandom is about. It's hard for me to fucking trust people because shit like this constantly occurs. And anytime I try to begin to trust somebody, they always try to stick me in the back or take advantage of me. Simply because I'm trying to be nice to them. Oh, that kind of ruined any possibility of me ever wanting to participate in any sort of, like, artistic production or VA work as far as the fucking Brony community is concerned, because honestly, she ruined it for me. She really fucking did. I wanted to attend a convention because the fandom meant a lot to me, and it helped change me as a fucking person. It literally helped me open up what little I fucking could to try to let, like, some people in, to be nice and, like, actually participate instead of just me having a reason to just completely ignore everybody. And I'm entirely fucking antisocial. I hate fucking people. And constantly, the show changed my mind on a lot of things, and it helped me change. And I wanted to participate and go to convention because everybody tells me it's something really unique and something I needed to experience. Because I know there's a lot of groups you can go hang out with. There's a lot of cool things to go do, panels, things. I was even going to go shell out for the sponsor ticket, like the sponsor pass. Literally. I was going to go fucking do it. I have the money for it. So I was going to get the full experience. Why not? I have the capability to. But people like HarmonyCon want to rob those experiences from me for bullshit, outdated drama, especially when they can't keep their own nose clean. Because literally, the co-chair, sexual harassment, fucking unbelievable. Not necessarily for sure, but these allegations, but I wouldn't put it past them. Because if they're the same kind of people who are doing what they're doing to me and trying to be harass me, stalk me, fucking do whatever they need to try to destroy my fucking name in any way, shape, or form they can, and it goes to show you they're entirely capable of that sexual harassment allegation at the same time. Entirely capable. So, yeah, certainly not a real good view for them. Not a good view for them. I finally got up I got out of the ghetto after working a few fucking jobs and being unemployed for a long period of time as well. I finally decided, my dad told me, why don't you go drive a truck one night when I came home? And I'm like, I'll go do that. And I decided that was going to be my best opportunity to get out of the life of poverty, start doing something, see the United States, possibly see parts of the world. About ready to go get my passport, possibly start fucking going to meet some of my international friends that live overseas. I plan on visiting Czech Republic, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom, and possibly attending Galacon, or I forget what the UK Pony Convention is called. There's Czechquestria, but besides the point. It's stupid. It's a waste of time, and you're literally just fucking harassing somebody for no real motivation, because you have no idea who I am. You've never talked to me. You've never been around me. You're not aware of my motivations. You're not aware of anything I do. You're just a person who decided to take screenshots out of context and know nothing about the individual and try to fucking demonize the individual for something that I'm not. That's the truth. And truth be told, I honestly should go ahead with the fucking lawsuit on them. I really should. Honestly, the only reason I haven't is because it's fucking annoying to deal with. It's literally an annoyance. It takes time out of my life. It takes time out of my fucking day to go deal with this. It takes days, and I'm home for like 5 days at a time. Maybe 5 days at a time. But you really think I want to sit there and fucking take 5 days of my time, or a few days of my time, to deal with this, and then go fucking get a harassment fucking suit going on these fucking people? No. It literally fucking ruins my life, because you people are constantly fucking harassing and you don't know when to stop, because you think you're invincible on fucking Twitter, which you're not. Many of you actually received account bans and locks. And including the fact that Twitter also revealed to me a few of the people that are involved are reporting from Germany, because Twitter's policy requires they report from German law if they receive a complaint. So that is to show me many of you are in Germany, and I know exactly where you're at. So those of you who are reporting from Germany, I already know where you live. So real nice. You maybe should have checked up on how Twitter responds to complaints from German law. You really should have, because you doxed yourself. But that's besides the point. There's at least 3 of you reporting from Germany that the reports have come through. So I know where they're at. Besides the point, there's other people who got fucking reported. There's other people who got account bans. Then it helped me realize that there's a lot of people in my circle of, quote, friends that I really should have avoided to begin with, because they decide they want to leak personal information. They want to leak screenshots. They want to like destroy every possibility of like what anything we had as like friends or acquaintances, in the name of a social justice warrior for clout. Which goes to show you shouldn't even talk to these people. They don't deserve it. Because if that's what they'll do to their friends, what will they do to somebody they don't like? It goes to show you somebody that they called their friend, and what would that same person do to somebody they don't like? Possibilities are endless. Fucking people are liars, manipulative, sexist, ableist. There's so many fucking things. Because that whole fucking little Twitter crowd right there, they act like, oh yeah, you're such a dick. I'm like, no. You're considered a vocal few minority on a platform that caters to the vocal few minority. And and their harassment tendencies because of how their policies are worded. And anybody who retaliates or says like anything remotely, I don't know, a little more right-wing or aggressive towards them, they report and go hide. And there are people who hide behind a screen, because in reality these people would never actually go out and like speak the way they do to anybody, because they know people aren't going to sit there and tolerate their misconduct, period. People aren't going to sit there and deal with you, so they would never dare do that in real life, and they hide behind a screen on Twitter because that's what they do. But that's besides the point. Literally, fuck those people. As far as I'm concerned, I still feel OBAP needs to fucking do something, or some of those other people that had taken some of the screenshots, etc., need to do something to assist in rectifying the situation, considering how much fucking harm they've caused me and emotional distress, because I constantly get messages over this shit. If somebody sat there and blew up their fucking inbox, they would be pretty pissed off too. So I can imagine, sit there and think from where I'm at in my fucking shoes, and maybe fucking have a little heart. Like, I'm not fucking asking for much. I'm not asking for you to fucking completely say, like, anything. But I'm asking for you to try to rectify, or fucking at least put some clarity into the fucking situation. I would be much fucking appreciated. And to the other people who are just straight out fucking abuser accounts, they're fucking pathetic. But regardless, the people who sit there on Twitter all day, like Brony posts, Lavender Poem, some of the new crowd, the whole new crowd that thinks it's funny, they've literally gone to, they're fucking literally doing things that are actually illegal. And then on top of that, they all think they're like fucking self-appointed lawyers, and I'm actually fucking quoting law, and actually have fucking posted some of the statutes and how fucking the laws work, yet they still think they know better. Because apparently what anybody says on Twitter goes, if it fits their narrative. They're fucking stupid. But that's besides the point. I'm trying to live my life, and I really don't give a fuck what people think about me. That's the number one thing I learned in the past year of my life. If you live your life and literally don't give a fuck what people think about you, you'll be a lot fucking happier. And I'm not even fucking angry. I really don't care what these people think. It's just fucked up that they think what they do is justified in any means, because they're going out of their way to try to make somebody's life miserable. And like I said before, if I did that same thing to them for years and years, they literally would fucking literally lose it. They wouldn't fucking tolerate it. So why the fuck should I? Hypocritical people with no real fucking motive and no real thought process. Besides the point, I'm pretty sure I got most of the points I got. Fucking Brony Post is literally a fucking stalker. That's plain and simple. That's all he fucking is, because that's all he's doing. He's fucking, this man is so fucking delusional that they showed me a screenshot that he says he went down one like, and literally thinks I even remotely clicked like on his fucking profile. Like, first of all, even if I was looking at your profile, I wouldn't be clicking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna click like. This man is so fucking delusional, and it shows. That one post shows. Because he thinks even if I were to go into his fucking post, why would you click like? I would be there to read and screenshot anything necessary that I would need to actually go push a case against you. I'm not gonna go click like on your page. I'm sorry. Stroke your ego more. But you're literally a delusional crackhead. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Everybody's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, like, why are you posting this? It's like, I'm just so fucking sick of it. I have reason to hold my fucking prejudices and hate people. I literally fucking do. I don't like people in general. I don't care about the color of your skin. I just don't like fucking people in general, because anytime I try to trust somebody, shit like this happens. Because you literally can't trust another fucking human being, and it's so hard for me too. Because every single time you end up risking, is that person going to try to use anything I tell them against me? That's usually the case, because people want to take advantage. So that's why even though I want to help people, I want to literally help people that are less fortunate than me. Because honestly, I would certainly like making videos and like helping out people, fucking do like some of these other influencers do, and like give away money and try to go help people. Because there's even some like struggling artists and other things, and like creators, business owners in the brony community that are also less fortunate at the same time, and they're struggling. I know a lot of us fucking struggle. Help each other out. Don't fucking beat each other down. That's not what the fucking fandom's about. Y'all claim I don't fucking like follow any of the fandom's values, but I realistically do. I try to put my best foot forward despite my fucking issues, probably PTSD, shit like that. Because I've had a lot of stress in my life and a lot of fucking trauma from toxic people. And it's permanently changed how I think about things and how I behave around everyone, because I can't trust anyone. So sit there and think about that. Imagine having to sit there every day of your life and have to watch over your back. That was 23 years of my fucking life. That was literally what 23 years of my life consisted of. And y'all wonder why I am like I am. I'm not racist. I'm not an asshole. I like being around good company. I just don't like the fucking drama that comes with people. That's why I picked a job where I'm alone most of the time. Because why? Ultimately, people aren't worth it. Life is too short to be stressing out over people. Surround yourself with the good people. Leave yourself away from the toxicity and the stress, and actually do something with your life instead of harassing other people. But that's all I got to say. I'm fucking done talking. Because either you people are going to listen, or you're not going to give a fuck. And either way, I don't fucking care. Either you're going to fix what you started, or you're just not going to give a fuck, because you're a heartless fuck. And honestly, if that's the case, I really don't have anything to say to you to begin with. So, either thanks for fucking actually... So, one of two things. Either thanks for actually fucking listening, and, like, continuing with this, and, like, possibly hearing my side out. Because this isn't the full story. I did a fucking 2-hour stream. I tried to condense this because my phone storage is going to fucking croak at any moment, because I use this for other videos and other saving content. So I need to kind of wrap this up. But either thank you very much for fucking listening and possibly seeing why I am like I am. I'm not a fucked up person. I'm just another everyday fucking person trying to live life and enjoy my life. And I finally got something I love. And life's getting good. After the 23 years of fucking suffering that my life was before, I finally got something good, and now I'm dealing with fucking people who think it's cute to harass and stalk. And if you're not one of those people, if you're blindly going to believe whatever the fuck you're going to believe, and you have no objectivity, and you're just going to fucking continue to be an asshole, go fuck yourself. That's all I got to say to you. If you don't like me, come do something about it. Because I really don't fucking care. All those people are is just fucking people with no life, no motive, no reasoning behind anything they do. They just like drama in their life. And they're not worth my time. So, good people, if y'all decided to actually fucking sit here and think and listen, I appreciate you. If you literally watch the whole fucking thing, I at least say thank you for watching the whole fucking thing. If you're one of those people who's going to sit there and try to take everything out of context or screenshot, or even brony post and sit there and try to crop in my video again and take the entirety of the video, I'm going to fucking DMCA you again, and it's going to be funny. Because it's going to be strike number 2 on your fucking channel. Have fun. Because I know he's going to do it. I know he's going to do it. Because that's who he is. So, That's besides the point. Like I said, if you're a good person, if you watched it to the end, I at least say thank you. Regardless of your opinion, I at least say thank you for having the decency to at least watch the entirety of the video. I'll give you that much. It's an hour of your time that you took out of your day, so I'm going to say thank you. If you're a good person, I still appreciate it. Like I said, I'm same as anybody else. Everybody has their life experiences. Don't fucking discredit people's life experiences or traumas. Period. Don't fucking hate people for disabilities. Fucking don't be a sexist. Don't be a fucking stalker. Don't do that shit. There's no place for it. Be a good person and fucking help other people out. That's what the fandom's about. That's literally what the fucking fandom's about. Yet people choose to fucking harass me. And if you're one of those people who's involved in all the harassment, or one of those people who is actively participating, leaking screenshots or anything like that, kindly fuck yourself. That's all I'm going to say is fuck yourself. Because I really don't care about your opinion to begin with. That's fucking based. That's the truth. So, anyway. Appreciate y'all for watching, if you actually watched the whole entirety of the video. And I'll cut this short, so you can get on with your day. Thank you. Peace out.